Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, John is there to arrest Christina and come hell or high water, he's going to get it done. Okay? No matter how much Sonny's in there blustering, no matter what kind of legal maneuvers that Molly and Alexis comes up with, at the end of the day, he's like, hey, listen, she committed a crime, even though these are false charges in the sense of attempted murder and her being a witness in an ongoing investigation of Sonny racketeering and everything else. At the end of the day, those photos, the ones that Christina thought and Molly thought that was going to sit there and sink Ava, like I said, wind up being used against her. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, anybody looks at that, and even Molly later on throughout the episode when she's sitting there talking to Jordan, she's like, I don't know, maybe my sister actually did go down there. You know, you can see that she looks angry and everything. Even when Jordan's like, okay, but there's a picture with, Ava obviously putting her hands on Christina. And Molly's like, yeah, but that can also be self-defense. Because Christina is very irrational. She's very tempered, very hot-headed. And anyone can sit there and look at that and be like, now, just to be clear, Christina did sit there and say, grabbed. Not pushed, grabbed. And I think that's very important in a sense because push means she just pushed her straight out the window. I've seen a lot of people in my comment section and in my live stream sit there and talk about she pushed her out a window. No, she didn't push her out a window. She grabbed her. And when she pulled back, that's when she went out the window. I know it seems like a small detail, but it's really not when you stop to think about it. So anyway, finally, Alexis just realizes it's going to wind up happening, and so she goes in a wheelchair. Now, there's a couple of times, and I see this is exactly Christina's issue, right? Because Christina keeps talking. You have two goddamn lawyers that keep telling her, shut up. Like, shut up. You're not helping, right? And so they finally get her down to the station. Dante is there with her. And, Christina's scared because she realized, those photos and everything like that is my word versus hers. And while Dante's like, yeah, okay, well, think about who it is. It's Ava Jerome. And so by her reputation alone, she has a chance. But it just takes a good lawyer, a decent lawyer, to sit there and argue, you know what, listen, you did come to that room, and this is something that Christina can't deny. She did go down there to that room to, try to get her to file the subpoena against the whole custody thing. So, while that's going, and also, I should sit there and mention, there's a couple of times where John is clearly they're trying to bait Sonny into going after him, hitting him, doing something. Hell, even when they get down there to the police station, he's still doing that. He's getting all behind him, talking about, yeah, well, what was it like that they're watching your daughter be arrested or whatever, or yeah, I'm coming at you because of Karen and everything. You're not getting the reaction that you're looking for. So much for that whole. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, that's kind of a moot point because I don't know where Jason put that pharmacist at. Which, by the way, Anna. After Anna was not there having a conversation with Laura, or was it? It was somebody. It was either Laura or somebody. Who did she have a conversation with? Anyway, she comes back to the police station. Jason was not there just talking to Dante about baseball or whatever. And when they talk, Jason's like, yeah, I know who is the person that tampered with Sonny's medication initially. And it was Valentine. He says, yeah, the guy that you allow me to let him get away. And she was like, well, I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, but you know that he actually does commit some crimes, and you just turned a blind eye. And of course, she's not there saying it's because of Charlotte. But she also asks Jason not to tell Sonny because she knows the minute that Jason tells Sonny, it's a wrap for Valentine. Um, and Jason, he wants to sit there and find her, but of course, Anna once again is like, "Oh, I can't do it because of Charlotte." I think. Oh, Anna was meant to talking to um Laura. Now Laura got some bad news, and you see in the previews, it looks like Lulu is she ain't doing so well. Which is another reason why Laura wants Anna to sit there and find Valentine, because Charlotte's there, and just in case things turn for the worse, she could sit there and say her goodbyes. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen because, well, we'll just sit there and say the internet. But, that's another reason why she's so gun ho. But, Anna's like, listen, give me some time to sit there and trying to find Valentine, you know, for Charlotte's case or whatever. Now, the conversation with Molly and Jordan was kind of interesting because I, in a lot of ways, thought that Jordan was going to rip into Molly because of the way that she's been dealing with TJ not being there for him, not being there for the family and everything. But she has a meeting with her, and she kind of gets into it with her because Molly did go down there to talk to Ava, and Scotty pretty much kind of like filed some sort of harassment complaint or whatever. And at first, Molly was like, okay, yeah, I did that or whatever, and I was wrong for that, but you're the deputy mayor. Like, you're not, like, you don't have no power to sit there and really try to be coming down on me or reprimanding me or anything like that. Robert said, do it as a favor. I don't want to sit there and mess up her permanent record because she's grieving. Um, and of course, again, that's where they get into the whole Molly Smith there saying maybe, maybe Christina did go down there to do that. I don't know. I mean, the chick she got a bad temper or whatever. And she does blame her. Let's be very clear. She does blame her. You see in the preview, she's like, listen, all I know is if she would have sat there and listened to either me or TJ or both of us, we wouldn't be all in this mess in the first place. And that's the truth of the matter. Um, so Sasha and Cody finally decide, listen, let's just, get it on, whatever. 11 in the afternoon, literally in the afternoon. So they start taking off their clothes or whatever. They go upstairs, and apparently, let's sit there and say it wrong. See, this is exactly what happens. I start watching so many soaps. I'm about to sit there and call him Brady. So Tracy and Violet, is getting ready for their writing lessons. The writing lessons that Cody clearly forgot because, his head was. Anyway, so they start sitting there trying to look for them. And Tracy starts to go upstairs a little bit and starts calling for Cody. Cody eventually comes down there, and eventually Sasha comes down there. And Cody says something along the lines of, or they accused him of napping or whatever. I think he said like he had to take a nap or something. And for some odd reason, Sasha decided to come down there. Now, I don't know why Sasha came down there. I mean, obviously hilarity ensues, but she comes down there. And so, Vi- this is where people start to have issues with Violet a little bit, because Violet's one of those type of people that's just like, you should just not say anything. Because sometimes when she says things, she just makes things either so much more awkward than it needs to be. So she's like, "Oh, Sasha, so you're upstairs napping with Cody as well? Why do old people like to sit there and take naps or whatever?" Then she turns around, she calls Tracy old, and I'm just like, "Yeah, you should probably go play somewhere, whatever. Go with Sasha and do something." So they head off. And then Tracy starts there, getting on him about getting it on in the, 11 in the afternoon. He's like, listen, I am allowed to sit there and take a break. And then she brings up Leo and how Leo is super curious and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, but Leo does understand that he can't get through a locked door, right? So in all reality, I guess this is supposed to be the funny part. So, okay, fine. And then, he starts talking about how he saved James and, him and Mac are good now, and so everything is all happy, and it doesn't really go anywhere. It's just supposed to be more of a levity kind of scene. So it's not terrible, but eh. Now here's a person who I haven't seen in a while, Brad. Now Brad is back to sit there and ask for his job. Terry. Terry brings up this big ass file, all the crimes and shenanigans that he has done in the hospital over the years, right? Now, even though I've been watching the show since well, let's just put it this way. I'm just going to sit there and say this right off the bat. Listen, as much as I don't like Brad, and I really don't like Brad, you do realize that they appointed Liz the head nurse after she was aiding and abetting in a kidnapping of a pregnant woman. And not only did she not serve any jail time, she didn't get fired, she got promoted. So, I mean, granted, yeah, Brad's list is kind of much more longer than hers, but I'm like, I'm just saying. Now, of course, Brad really brings on the whole Brit thing. Brit would have wanted me here, and y'all two were friends. And remember that whole karaoke thing with Brit? And he just goes on and on and on and on and on. And eventually, she's like, all right, I'll see what I can do. So, yeah. So, most likely he's going to get his job back. Now, towards the end, Jason does tell Sonny that it was Valentine that messed with his meds. Even though Anna was like, don't do it or whatever, give me some time, this, that, and the third. If he learned anything, is to not necessarily rely on Anna, because the last time that, you know, she was like, oh, well, give me time or whatever, they wound up getting, he wound up getting screwed over. Actually, him and Carly wound up getting screwed over. So I don't blame Jason for telling Sonny. And in all reality, he didn't sit there and agree to tell Sonny. I mean, he didn't agree to sit there and hold off and not saying anything. So, just saying. Now, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. Um, it's getting kind of late, and although I could do a live tonight, I'll have more time to do it tomorrow, because then the next day I'm actually off. So I'm probably just going to sit there and take a rest night tonight. But I will be back tomorrow doing the live streams, usual 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Anything that I missed, please write in the comment section below. And if you don't, then we'll talk about it tomorrow as well as tomorrow's episode. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.